Good next step. You think that we really worked hard this week to hold the mirror up and go, okay, what got exposed when we were in the tournament in Florida? Where can we give more? And how can we, finish empty and play more as a team? And it was a gut check, bottom line. And so I'm really pleased with how we responded, but we still have a long ways to go. And, I think it's that balance, right, for me as a coach of celebrating the growth steps, but always holding the standard and really trying to get us to, I just believe there's so much in them, and we just have to have the habits to be able to pull that out.
Coach, obviously because of injuries, you're not in a position to bench any starters later or anything. But how important did you think it was to kind of keep your foot on the gas the whole time? Just keep going, keep scoring, keep making stops.
Yeah, I think it just was, we have a thing called chasing the ace. I think I've shared with you all before, and it's really controlling your attitude, concentration, and effort. And I think that's what that was a reflection of, right? How important was it for them to compete and to chase the ace, to get better every single possession? How committed are they to our mission? And that was my message to every single timeout was, it doesn't matter what the score is. This isn't about them. This is about us creating championship level habits. It's about us staying true and living by what we say. And that's, we have great kids in our program. We have great young women. And they know the right things to say. But we need to, if we really care about the person on our right and on our left, then we show up for them and we do our job. And we care enough about the other person to know that I got to make plays for my team, and not just when the score is tight, but when it doesn't matter. And you have to be willing to compete with yourself first for that level of intensity and concentration. And that's why I was sort of getting fired up with the referees. It's like, if I don't coach intently like it's 0-0 or it's tie game throughout the whole, they're not going to. And, so I can't stop any part of that. But it's really, really important that I put the foot on the gas, but more than anything, we demand consistency from ourselves to compete possession by possession.
And then I think this is the fewest points you've ever allowed since you've been here. Can you just, obviously it's a big deal to score 100, but just the defensive effort, what went into that?
Yeah, honestly, I could have cared less about how many points we score. I loved that we hit, for the first time all year, we hit our passion play numbers, our rebounding numbers, and our assist to turnover numbers. So I think it was all those controllable things, and I think, they were 3 for 19. We wanted to hold them to their attempts to be 10 or under. They averaged shooting 24 threes a game, but I think that might be their lowest total in terms of threes made. But for me, it was about executing a scouting report. And I want our team to believe that our anchor's on the defensive end, and I haven't felt like we've really shut anyone down yet. But I thought we did a better, I could hear them talking about it. I knew they were trying to do that. But, anytime you can hold teams to scoreless in a whole quarter, that's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, Coach. Obviously, it seems like, a while ago now, given the final score. But at one point, it was, 7-7. Midway through the first quarter, it was a close game. It was Jalen Penn, who was 4-4,
Exactly.
12 points in the first quarter. What do you think of her overall performance?
Yeah, I thought she was the spark. I actually didn't think we had great energy right from the start. I just didn't think our talk was great, and I didn't think we were, not executing, but I didn't think we were competing at our highest intensity level. And I thought J Penn really got us going in that direction. And I thought she hit some big shots, but she got some big out of area rebounds. She ran down some 50-50 balls. She not only sparked us with her scoring, but I thought she sparked us on her defensive play as well. And that's a huge thing, and we're really counting on her to be that. And her and charisma, we changed a little bit from some of the things we learned from the weekend. We're not switching as many screens. I've got 2 really good lock-up defending guards in Jalen Penn and Charisma Osborne, and we're trying to take advantage of that a little bit more. And I thought she really took that to heart.
And then obviously the 30-point performances from Thomas and Cho, but especially Cho with the 10 assists, a career high. What do you think of just her contributing the way she did tonight.
Well, I think what I liked the most is that she didn't hesitate. In the first quarter, I thought she was passing some up and she was going to her pull-up, and that was okay. But I said, hand down, man down. Like, you have to be thinking, anytime I'm open on a shot, she's our leading three-point shooter. She works at it every day. I just wanted her to let it fly. Every time I touched her, I was like, let it fly. So that was really her mentality. That's what I enjoyed most about what Natalie, it wasn't that they all went in, is that she didn't hesitate. She saw her opportunity, knew what she'd paid the price to do, and stepped up and shot the ball. And then the assists. For me, that's really been my challenge to her, is that you need to be more than a shooter. You need to be a playmaker. You need to be able to make good passes to the post. You've got to make other people better as well on the defensive end and the offensive end. I think that assist number was the most fun. And I loved that her teammates were totally into it. Obviously, the 30 points are great. But for me, the 10 assists were really showed more of her growth as a basketball player and where she can go in the future. And then, Imari has been such a bucket. And so and that's awesome. But I'm more proud of her passion play numbers was the highest of the year. I'm more proud of just how she facilitated the way she set screens. I'm more proud of the way she talked louder on defense. I gave her a rebounding challenge, a passion play challenge, and to raise her level of her talk. And that, I know she's a bucket, but that's what I'm most proud of Mari for.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
The San Jose State game a couple of years ago, did that kind of pop into your mind? You beat them by 60 here?
I didn't even remember that, to be honest with you. I'm so focused on this day and getting better this day, but no, I didn't. Jamie Craighead does a great job there, and I've known her since she was a college athlete at Oregon, so we have a long history, and really respect the job that she's done. And it's a hard job. I grew up there outside of San Jose, and I just really respect the job that she's done. But I didn't even know that I didn't remember that, I should say. But just totally just focused on us executing a game plan, us being more true to who we need to be on a consistent basis. That's been my most frustrating part, is that we just haven't played with any consistency of identity, and I think we haven't played better together than just a sum total of our individual parts. And we need to become a synergistic team. I don't care that we have who cares? No excuses, right? Make someone else better. And honestly, I really challenged our staff with that first. We have a lot of new staff members this year, and I challenged our staff. Let's show our team the way of how do we make someone else better? How do we serve each other? How do we sacrifice for each other so that we become a synergistic group, and we show them the way of how to do that? Yeah, I can hear you, Mike. Go for it.
I don't know if you follow plus minus, but Amari Thomas had plus 64. Have you ever seen that before?
No, I do follow plus minus. But no, I don't think I have ever seen that before. I mean, Imari Thomas is just scratching the surface. And, of course, her points have been huge, thing for us. But her basketball IQ is off the charts. She can affect the game in so many more ways. And as she continues to grow with her teammates, you're going to see her plus minus get better and better and better, because she can affect plays and compete on both ends of the floor in many more ways than I think she's even showed on a consistent basis. And I think you'll see more of that. But no, I've never seen plus 64 before in a plus minus.
And last one, just different numbers. 25 points off of turnovers, 15 second chance points. What do you think about those efforts?
Wow.
Especially since you out-rebounded them 51 to 18. This just seemed like an all-out effort. What do you think about those?
Well, you had the word right there, effort. The numbers don't always reflect it, but I needed to see a sort of gut check in effort. Like, I'll give more. And I treasure getting to wear this jersey, and I don't take anything for granted. And I want this team to grow into something great. And I'm going to handle, what happened last weekend. We have a choice, and I think I shared this with you last weekend. We have a choice whether to define us or refine us. And I think the refining came when you saw an increase in effort. Then I know that maybe they're learning something. And now, can they continue that? Can they care enough to grow? I thought we had a B+ level week. But we still have room to grow. And can they go from good to great? Can they go from solid to elite? In their habits? And what you said is right on. It's the effort plays. It's that extra deflection. It's that talk and communication and rotation. It's covering for another teammate. It's setting a great screen for someone else. It's all the effort plays. Like, I will give all of myself for the sake of competing this possession. And that's all I ask of them. Give all of themselves to win the possession for the sake of the team.